Hello, guys. Uh, I have always been interested in literature and books from the Far East, especially from North Korea and South Korea. So, the book we are going to talk about today is based in North Korea and it is about North Korea. Basically, this is a book by a North Korean writer and a woman. It's called In Order to Live, a North Korean Girl's Journey to Freedom by Yeomni Park. Okay, I'll tell you what the book is about. It's basically about a girl called Yeomni Park who is 13 years old. She's born on the October 4th, 1993, and she lives in North Korea, and she is and it's the same country from where she escapes from. Okay, on one cold night on 31st March 2007, she and her mother were trying to get over the border from North Korea onto China and onto the Gobi Desert to freedom, and they want to escape the horrific and repressive and brutal regime of North Korea. So what they do is they go from uh, North Korea to the Gobi Desert. From there to they go to China, where they live for I think 2 years or something like that. Then they go to South Korea, and then the story comes back to North Korea, where it's based, and it's about how they call themselves the greatest nation of the world, yet they live in poverty and are so poor and uncivilized. And apart from that, if one member of the family commits a crime, the whole family is punished. And that's what the book revolves around, actually, about her life and stuff like that. So then what happens is that her in North Korea, her father is abducted by the repressive and brutal regime and held hostage, and so is her mother, who turns herself in. That's what happens in the book. And then she's good at her studies, yeah, and stuff like that. And then her mother and she want to escape from North Korea and go to South Korea to freedom. So what happens next is that they try to escape from North Korea by any means necessary. So they try to smuggle themselves in from North Korea into Mongolia through the Gobi Desert and on to China, and then they go to South Korea, where they live peaceful lives, and they don't want to get caught. And then they shift to Seoul in South Korea. Seoul in South Korea, and this is the woman's struggle for freedom. So this is how she gets her freedom, by going through all these difficulties and miseries. So the whole book revolves around the girl called Yeomni Park, and about how she escapes from North Korea and goes to South Korea, and in the end what happens is that they come to North Korea, and her sister is missing, and then finally she finds her sister, and they start living in South Korea, and then she goes to the United States of America. After living in South Korea, she goes to the United States of America, and then she travels all over the world giving speeches, motivational speeches to people to inspire them to do better in life and to achieve more. So this is what happened in the novel, not novel, memoir actually. So I'll repeat what I've said. It's basically about a girl called Yeomni Park from North Korea who escapes through the Gobi Desert to China and into South Korea, where she starts living in South Korea, and she's free. She is a free citizen now to do what she wants to do. She has escaped from North Korea, and she goes to South Korea, where she lives a peaceful life, and she gets her sister back, and then she starts giving speeches all over the world, and then she gets goodwill letters and messages from people all over the world, and that's what the book is about actually.